Hi everybody, it's Caroline here. Welcome to my channel, and I am back with another best of both worlds catch up using a background that has been in my kit box for ages. This is a half and half, if not quite half. It's let's have a look, 6.5 by 5.5 with a border strip, and I have 4 photos to scatter along the centre line and 1 journaling card already pulled out. So looking forward to getting this one put together. This is from March, these photos. So really enjoying the process of catching up and working with this fun and really cheerful kit. So I will put things on fast forward and voiceover and get this one put together. Okay, I am really surprised how quickly this one comes together. Step 1 is to stagger and overlap these photos along that centre line. As I said in my previous video, because I had already put this background together, you don't actually see very much of that border strip on the centre line at all, but I'm okay with that. I decided to cut a little bit off this journal card because it was a little bit higher than 4 inches tall, so I decided to just drop that down behind my photos and then layer up that piece that I have cut off at the bottom and the kind of opposite on the diagonal, so that I can use that as either an embellishment cluster base or for some additional journaling. And also on the sketch that I am looking at for this, so the original design that Shamel put together for this background piece, there were 3 embellishment clusters. So I'm cutting out the teal label die cut from the label paper so that I have that 3rd area for embellishments if I want to. And I'm also going to cut out this really hot pink that matches that Doodlebug hot pink paper on the bottom of my background. I'm going to cut that out so that I can use that somewhere up on the top the top portion of the page, so that I'm bringing that pink in further up. And I'm just going through the scraps of paper that I have already from this kit, because I have already broken into it for 2 layouts. So pulling those out so that I can potentially cut up and fuzzy cut out a few of the rainbows, because I think even though they're they're a white background, and this vintage this flea market is a more retro kind of cream based background, they will work nicely because I'm edging everything in black. And I have also pulled out that label die cut from the cut apart sheet, and I had a partial frame from that cut apart sheet, so I'm just tucking everything behind, just using up scraps. And then I remembered that I have these frames in the sticker book, and I really like how that brown frame looks behind the teal layer and sat on top of that bold pattern on the top half of the page. So I am going to go through that sticker book, pull out a couple of, I think I used 2 or 3 of the frame stickers just in the background, so I'm not worried about the image that is on the frame, because I know I am going to layer up with some difficulty, because these stickers are really sticky. I am going to layer up my die cuts and my labels onto those frames, so that I just get the colour, the brown colour of the frame, rather than the image that is on the frame. I do wish that I had moved my label down a touch on this one, because once I stick everything down, I commit to it, I really press down. I'm not moving anything, unfortunately, because I've got some really strong adhesive, and you can't actually see the frame as well as I would have liked, but it's okay, it's there, and it's a base for me to build up my embellishment cluster. As I have leftovers and things when I'm working with the kits, I put them all into my kit box, and then they're just there in a kind of little tub over on my on the right hand side on the shelf. And if I see something that is the right colour or the right motif for a layout that I'm working on, then I can pull that in, and I like to just layer it, so I can just use little bits of die cuts and things for some additional layers, and they really help to help a page to look cohesive and to look interesting without having kept. So those 2 partial rainbows up there at on the right hand side of my cutting mat, even though I've fussy cut them out, I'm not going to use them on this project, but I will keep those in my kit box, and at some point I know they will come in really useful when I am layering things up. I'll be able to tuck them behind a layer, and that illusion is going to be there that there's a whole rainbow behind the layer. Okay, I've added my title in, and I had a little bit of a mistake by dropping my foam applicator with black ink on it. So under the title, so what I am going to do now is change my design plan, pull that third rainbow down from above the title. It was meant to sit on that that partial piece of journaling card. I'm going to add in an additional label sticker onto the bottom underneath the title, add the rainbow and some additional embellishments on top of that to hide my little mistake. And then that will be everything. Nobody will ever know that blob of ink is there. And I think it was a happy accident, because this visual triangle now spreads across the page more, and it looks a lot better than where I had originally planned to put the rainbow. So that worked out really, really well. And all I need to do now is add on my journaling, which will be going up on the journal card up on the top left. I've added in already my enamel dots, and really, really loving this page. It's nice and bright and vibrant, and a really lovely page to tell a lovely story about me and my little old lady cat. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you don't already, please do subscribe. It would be lovely to have you here for more of my videos. So I will see you again soon. And thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.